When I tell y'all that I am speechless, I don't even know what to say. Y'all gotta listen to this. So I'm on my way home from work right now. It's like 4 a.m. I stopped this little truck stop off the highway that I always stop at. I'm the only one here. I run in there to get me a can of sardines or whatever, but I go up to the checkout and there's this old boy working that's always here when I stop in coming off a night shift. Anyway, I don't know his name, but he's of Middle Eastern descent and he speaks kind of rough English. We'll call him Joe for this story. So anyway, Joe's checking me out and he kind of looks at me up and down, and I'm wearing this sportsman gear, camo jacket or whatever. And he asked me, he said, "You hunt?" And I said, "Yeah, I hunt." And I'm expecting the next question to be like, you know, "You've been catching any of them deers," or something like that. Well, he asked me, he said, "You help me?" And I was kind of caught off guard, and I thought he meant like help him hunting or something. So I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "You come." And I was like, man, what's he talking about? So I said, "What you mean? What you got, man?" And he said, "You come see." And he kind of like motioned towards back at the store. And I was like, "What you got going on? What's back there?" And he's like, "You come see." And I was like, all right, man. Curiosity got the best of me. So I followed him. He walked me back to the store, and there's a back door. So we go out that back door and go out kind of around the back of the building, the corner of the building. There's a trash can over there. Well, he walks over and kicks that trash can, and out the top of that trash can pops the head of a raccoon. I just kind of laughed. I said, "Oh, you got your raccoon, huh?" He said, "Yes, coon." And I said, "Well, what you gonna do with that?" He said, "We get rid of it." And I was like, "Okay." Well, I said, "How you want to get rid of it?" You can tell that like he's beside himself. He doesn't know what the heck to do with this dang raccoon, and he wants me to get rid of it. But I'm just kind of having fun with it because it's funny to me. So anyway, he said, "You grab it." I said, "No, buddy, I can assure you I am not fixing to grab that raccoon." I said, "You grab it. See how it works out for you." He didn't really say nothing. You could tell he didn't like that idea. So he kind of sat there and pondered on it. He said, "I'll be right back." So he run in the store, and he come back out with a broom. And I just laughed. I said, "What you gonna do with that broom?" And he said, "You hit it." And I said, "No, man, I ain't hitting that raccoon." And he didn't say nothing. He just kind of looked around. I said, "Here, give me that broom." So I stuck that broom handle down in there and kind of poked and prodded, just hoping that it would piss that raccoon off. He'd come up out of that trash can and run off. Well, anyway, this truck stop, the way it's set up, you got the truck stop, and then at the back of the property, you got like a bunch of trees, some woods. I was hoping that raccoon would come out of there and just run off in them woods. Between the two, the trees and the truck stop, you had the fuel island for the big trucks, all the diesel pumps for the big trucks. Well, sitting there at the fuel island is an 18-wheeler, a big truck. It's sitting there idling. I don't know where the driver's at, but the truck's sitting there idling and the driver's side door is open. Well, anyway, I poke and prod at this raccoon, and sure enough, this raccoon gets pissed off, comes up out of the top of this trash can. Well, it runs off across the parking lot, and I'm like, cool, mission accomplished, you know, everybody's happy. Well, anyway, we're watching this raccoon run across this parking lot, and I shit you not, this raccoon runs and loads up in this big rig that's sitting there running. And it happened so fast, like there was no words spoken. We're just sitting there watching it. Anyway, this raccoon runs and loads up in this truck like it's a dog that's done it a million times. I mean, never misses a step, just runs right up in there and loads up in the cab. And what do you say? So no sooner than that happens, that driver comes around the front of that truck. I guess he had been over on the passenger side working on something or whatever. Anyway, that driver comes around the front of that truck, steps up in that truck, closes the door, and puts it in gear. And I know everybody's going to say, "You didn't yell at him, you didn't say something." Buddy, it has taken me longer to explain this than it happened. I promise you it happened in a split second, and I didn't even know what to say. We were both speechless. So this driver gets in this truck, closes the door, puts it in gear, and drives off. What do you say? I mean, we're both at a loss for words. I can't believe, I've been up all night. I think maybe I'm hallucinating. I can't believe that I'm witnessing this. So that raccoon and that truck driver drive off together. Well, me and Joe standing there, Joe looks at me. He says, "What do we do?" I said, "Buddy, I don't care what you do. I'm fixing to go get in that pickup out there and I'm going to the house. Good luck. I was never here." I'm still at a loss for words. I can't believe that I just witnessed that. At some point, going down the highway, things are going to come unglued in the front of that truck between that driver and that raccoon. I would pay serious money to be a fly on the wall inside the cab of that truck when that happens. I pray that my For You page brings me to a truck driver that has gotten into it with a raccoon today. Please, please let that truck driver have TikTok and post a video talking about a raccoon jumped on the back of his neck going down the highway. I don't even know what to say. That's enough for me for one day. I'm going home to go to bed. Y'all have a good one.